Sexual energy is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful forces within the human experience. It is often reduced to a mere biological drive for reproduction, but its potential extends far beyond physical expression. In its purest form, sexual energy is a divine creative force, a wellspring of spiritual vitality, and a gateway to transformation. This energy, when consciously harnessed, has the ability to manifest intentions, elevate the soul, and reshape the course of life. Throughout history, various spiritual traditions have recognized the immense potential of sexual energy. In Tantra, it is celebrated as a sacred energy that connects the physical and the spiritual, unlocking the path to enlightenment. Alchemy views it as the primal creative force that drives transformation and ascension, turning the base into the divine. Similarly, the mystical teachings of Kabbalah regard it as a reflection of the Creator's power, the very essence that sustains and propels the universe. But what does this mean for us today? It means that sexual energy is not something to be feared or misused, but rather a gift to be understood and respected. It is not merely a source of pleasure but a profound tool for creation, capable of bridging the gap between our physical reality and the spiritual plane. Consider the act of creation itself. From the union of male and female energies comes new life, a miracle that reflects the creative power of God. This same principle applies to the manifestation of goals, dreams, and intentions. When sexual energy is directed with focus and purpose, it becomes a catalyst for bringing ideas into reality, much like the Creator's word brought the universe into being. This is not a concept confined to ancient wisdom, it is supported by modern understanding of energy and consciousness. Sexual energy is the most potent form of life force energy. At its peak, during orgasm, it creates a state of heightened awareness and connectivity. In this moment, the mind transcends its usual limitations, and the body becomes an open conduit for divine power. This is the gateway where intentions can be planted. When the mind and spirit align with this energy, they create a resonance that amplifies the manifestation process. The energy released during orgasm is not chaotic, it is focused, vibrant, and expansive. It has the capacity to shape reality when guided with conscious intention. Let's reflect on the biblical perspective. In Genesis, we are reminded that humanity is made in God's image, carrying His creative essence. This means that we, too, are creators, endowed with the ability to bring forth life, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. Sexual energy is part of this divine design, a gift that allows us to co-create with God in ways that go beyond the physical. But how can we use this energy effectively? The first step is understanding its purpose. Sexual energy is not something to exploit or suppress, but to channel and integrate. It is neither shameful nor indulgent when approached with respect and intention. Proverbs 4 verse 7 tells us, "Wisdom is supreme, therefore get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding." This wisdom includes understanding the sacredness of the energy within us and how it can be used to align with God's purpose. In many ancient traditions, sexual energy was central to spiritual practice. The mystics of Tantra viewed it as a means of connecting with the divine, emphasizing that sexual union, when guided by love and intention, could lead to enlightenment. Alchemists saw it as a metaphor for transformation, using the union of opposites to achieve spiritual perfection. Kabbalists recognized it as a reflection of divine creativity, teaching that the balance of male and female energies is essential for harmony in the universe. These teachings, while ancient, remain relevant. They remind us that sexual energy is sacred and powerful, deserving of reverence and mindfulness. When used appropriately, it becomes a force for good, a means of aligning with God's will and bringing His plans to fruition in our lives. This power lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened. It is not limited to any particular group or belief system but is accessible to all who seek to use it for higher purposes. The key is intention. Sexual energy, like any other form of energy, can be directed and shaped. When paired with prayer, focus, and a clear goal, it becomes a tool for transformation and manifestation. For example, think of a seed planted in fertile soil. The seed carries the potential for life, but it requires nurturing, sunlight, and water to grow. Similarly, sexual energy carries the potential for creation, but it must be guided by intention and nourished by faith to bear fruit. Without intention, it is like a seed scattered on barren ground, powerful but unrealized. This is not a call to indulgence but to awareness. The world often reduces sexuality to physical pleasure, ignoring its deeper spiritual significance. By reclaiming the sacred nature of sexual energy, we honor the Creator's design and unlock its transformative potential. In this light, orgasm becomes more than a fleeting moment of pleasure, it becomes a sacred act of creation. At the peak of this experience, the body, mind, and spirit align in a way that opens the door to divine connection. It is here, in this heightened state of consciousness, that intentions can be planted and dreams can take root. This concept may feel radical, but it is deeply rooted in the understanding that we are co-creators with God. Our energy, when aligned with His will, has the power to shape our reality and bring His plans to life. This is not about manipulating outcomes but about partnering with God in the act of creation. The first step in harnessing this energy is to approach it with reverence. Acknowledge its power and purpose, and commit to using it responsibly. Like any gift from God, it is meant to be used for good, to build up rather than tear down, and to glorify Him rather than gratify the self. This is the foundation for understanding the sacredness of sexual energy. It is a force that connects us to the divine, a reflection of God's creative power, and a tool for manifesting His will in our lives. Let us embrace it with gratitude, wisdom, and intention, recognizing it as a gift that carries the potential to transform not only our lives but the world around us. Orgasm is more than a moment of physical pleasure, it is a profound energetic event. At the peak of this experience, the body's energy field expands, the mind enters a state of heightened clarity, and the spirit aligns with a greater universal flow. This moment creates a gateway, an opportunity to bridge the gap between intention and reality. It is in this state that the chosen ones can harness the immense power of sexual energy to manifest their desires and goals. Science and spirituality both suggest that everything in the universe is made of energy, and this energy responds to focus and intention. During orgasm, the body's energy is at its most potent, vibrating at a frequency that resonates with the creative forces of the universe. In this moment, the conscious mind connects with the quantum field, a realm of infinite possibilities where energy becomes matter, where intentions take form. This connection is not accidental, it is part of the divine design. The energy released during orgasm is not random or chaotic, it is purposeful and powerful. When guided with clarity and focus, it becomes a vehicle for transformation, a force capable of reshaping reality to align with one's deepest intentions. But how can this energy be used effectively? The process begins with preparation and intentionality. Manifestation through sexual energy is not about impulsive desires or shallow wishes, it is about aligning with higher purposes and divine will. The following steps provide a framework for consciously directing this energy. Set a clear intention. Before engaging in any act that involves sexual energy, take time to define your intention. What do you hope to manifest? Is it a goal, a relationship, a sense of peace, or a deeper connection with God? Be specific and sincere, as clarity is essential for effective manifestation. James 1 verse 6 reminds us, "But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. Your intention should come from a place of faith and conviction, rooted in trust that God will honor it. Build the energy, as sexual energy begins to rise. Focus on your intention. Let it fill your mind and heart, becoming the central thought that guides your experience. This is not about suppressing the physical aspect of the experience, but about integrating it with the spiritual. Picture your intention as a seed, and the energy you are building as the nourishment it needs to grow. This alignment creates a powerful resonance between your body, mind, and spirit, amplifying the energy you are about to release. Direct the energy. At the peak of orgasm, the body's energy field is fully expanded, and the mind is in a state of heightened receptivity. This is the moment to release your intention into the universe. Visualize the energy you have built up as a beam of light carrying your intention. See it moving outward, connecting with the quantum field, and planting the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of infinite possibilities. This act is both deliberate and freeing, a conscious surrender of your intention to the divine forces that govern creation. Let go and trust. After releasing your intention, resist the urge to overthink or analyze. Doubt and worry can disrupt the manifestation process, creating resistance that blocks the flow of energy. Instead, trust that your intention has been received and is being brought to fruition in God's timing. Philippians 4 verses 6-7 offers reassurance. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This process is not about manipulation or forcing outcomes. It is about aligning your desires with divine will and allowing God's power to work through you. Sexual energy, when channeled with purpose, becomes a tool for co-creation with God, a means of bringing His plans for your life into reality. It is important to approach this practice with reverence and responsibility. Sexual energy is sacred and powerful, and its misuse can lead to harm or imbalance. When directed by selfish or harmful intentions, it loses its divine alignment and can create chaos instead of clarity. But when guided by love, faith, and a desire to glorify God, it becomes a transformative force for good. This technique is not new. It has roots in ancient spiritual traditions that recognize the sacredness of sexual energy. Tantra, for example, teaches that orgasm is a union of the physical and the spiritual, a moment when the self transcends its boundaries and connects with the divine. Similarly, alchemy views the energy of creation as a key to transformation, turning the mundane into the miraculous. These traditions remind us that sexuality is not separate from spirituality but an integral part of it. The Bible also speaks to the power of focused intention and faith. Mark 11 verse 24 declares, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." While this verse is not specifically about sexual energy, it highlights the principle that belief and focus are essential for manifestation. When combined with the heightened state of awareness and energy that orgasm provides, this principle becomes even more potent. It is essential to recognize that manifestation is not a replacement for hard work or obedience to God. It is not a shortcut to bypass the principles of diligence, patience, and faithfulness. Rather, it is a way to align your energy with your efforts, to bring your spirit into harmony with your actions. Manifestation through sexual energy is a gift. But it is not magic. It requires faith, intention, and a willingness to surrender the outcome to God's will. It is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe in the power of the Creator and your role as a co-creator in His plan. This practice also requires discipline and discernment. Not every desire is worthy of manifestation, and not every intention aligns with God's will. It is crucial to seek His guidance and to ensure that your intentions are rooted in love, integrity, and a desire to honor Him. Psalm 37 verse 4 encourages, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." This delight comes from aligning our hearts with His, ensuring that our desires reflect His purpose. Orgasm as a gateway to manifestation is not a concept to be taken lightly, but neither should it be feared or dismissed. It is a reflection of the creative power that God has placed within us, a reminder that we are made in His image and called to create in partnership with Him. By approaching this practice with humility, intention, and faith, the chosen can unlock a deeper understanding of their divine potential and bring forth the transformation they seek. The understanding of sexual energy as a profound creative force is not a modern concept. Across civilizations and spiritual traditions, its power has been acknowledged, revered, and integrated into practices that connect the physical with the divine. From the mysteries of ancient Egypt to the intricate teachings of Tantra and the esoteric practices of Enochian magic, sexual energy has long been seen as a sacred gateway to transformation and enlightenment. In ancient Egypt, the creative potential of sexual energy was deeply intertwined with their spiritual worldview. The Egyptians believed that orgasm symbolized the life-giving power of the gods. It was not merely a physical act but a cosmic event, mirroring the creation of the universe itself. According to their mythology, the god Adam created the world through an act of self-generation, releasing energy that brought existence into being. This act was considered a divine prototype, illustrating the creative capacity inherent in sexual energy. For the Egyptians, sexuality was a sacred act that connected humans with the divine. It was integrated into their rituals and ceremonies, often symbolizing the union of opposites, male and female, light and dark, heaven and earth. These unions were seen as essential for maintaining cosmic balance and harmony. Sexual energy, in their understanding, was a reflection of the forces that sustained the universe, a reminder of humanity's divine origin and creative potential. Moving eastward, the ancient spiritual practice of Tantra offers another profound perspective on sexual energy. In Tantra, sexual energy is regarded as a sacred and transformative force, a pathway to spiritual awakening. Unlike traditions that view sexuality as something to suppress or fear, Tantra embraces it as a divine gift, an energy that, when harnessed consciously, can elevate the soul and deepen one's connection with the divine. Tantra teaches that sexual energy flows through the body as part of a larger system of life force energy, often referred to as prana or kundalini. This energy resides at the base of the spine and, when awakened, travels upward through the chakras, or energy centers, of the body. At its peak, it unites with the crown chakra, creating a state of spiritual enlightenment and oneness with the universe. Through tantric practices, individuals are taught to direct their sexual energy with intention, cultivating it as a source of vitality, creativity, and spiritual insight. Tantra is not solely about physical intimacy but about integrating the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of one's being. It recognizes that orgasm is not just a moment of pleasure but a state of heightened consciousness, where the self transcends its limitations and connects with the divine. The transformative potential of sexual energy is also explored in the mystical tradition of Enochian magic, a practice rooted in the esoteric teachings of the Renaissance period. Enochian magic focuses on the interaction between humans and higher spiritual beings, often using sacred symbols, rituals, and energy to open pathways of communication with these entities. In this context, sexual energy is seen as a key to unlocking spiritual realms. Practitioners believe that the energy generated during orgasm can break down barriers between the physical and spiritual planes, creating a portal through which divine guidance and wisdom can flow. The heightened state of awareness achieved during orgasm allows practitioners to align their intentions with higher frequencies, facilitating communication with angels or celestial forces. Enochian magic also emphasizes the purity of intention and the sanctity of the energy being used. Misusing sexual energy for selfish or harmful purposes is believed to disrupt the balance between the spiritual and physical worlds, leading to negative consequences. Instead, practitioners are encouraged to approach their rituals with humility, respect, and a commitment to the greater good. These ancient traditions share a common understanding: sexual energy is not merely physical but profoundly spiritual. It is a force that connects humanity to the divine, a reflection of the creative power that sustains the universe. Whether through the rituals of ancient Egypt, the transformative practices of Tantra, or the esoteric teachings of Enochian magic, this energy has been revered as a source of life, wisdom, and transcendence. But what can we learn from these traditions today? They remind us that sexual energy is sacred and powerful, deserving of reverence and mindfulness. They challenge us to move beyond the superficial understanding of sexuality as merely a physical act and to embrace its deeper significance as a tool for personal and spiritual growth. By integrating the wisdom of these ancient practices into modern life, we can reclaim the sacredness of sexual energy and use it as a force for transformation. This begins with recognizing its potential and approaching it with intention. Whether through prayer, meditation, or other spiritual practices, we can learn to channel this energy in ways that align with God's will and reflect His glory. The ancient Egyptians, for example, teach us the importance of seeing sexual energy as part of a larger cosmic order. It is not isolated or separate but interconnected with all aspects of life and creation. By honoring this interconnectedness, we can approach our own energy with a sense of purpose and responsibility. Tantra reminds us of the need to balance the physical and spiritual. It teaches that sexual energy is not something to fear or suppress, but to cultivate and integrate. By doing so, we can awaken to our full potential and deepen our relationship with the divine. Enochian magic emphasizes the importance of intention and alignment. It challenges us to use our energy not for selfish gain but for spiritual growth and the greater good. It reminds us that sexual energy, when directed with pure intent, has the power to open doors to new realms of understanding and connection. These lessons are timeless, offering a roadmap for how we can engage with our own energy in ways that honor its sacredness and unleash its potential. They invite us to see sexual energy not as something separate from our faith but as an integral part of our spiritual journey. As we explore these ancient teachings, let us do so with humility and a desire to learn. Let us approach our own energy with reverence, recognizing it as a gift from God, a reflection of His creative power, and a tool for manifesting His purpose in our lives. By doing so, we can unlock the transformative potential of sexual energy and use it to bring light, love, and healing to ourselves and the world around us. Orgasm, often misunderstood as merely a fleeting moment of pleasure, is in fact a profound energetic event. It is a gateway where the boundaries between the physical, emotional, and spiritual dissolve, creating a unique opportunity for transformation. When approached with mindfulness and intention, this energetic peak can become a powerful tool for creating meaningful change in one's life. To fully understand this potential, we must first recognize that orgasm is not an isolated experience but a moment of profound alignment. During this peak, the body's energy field expands, the mind transcends its usual limitations, and the spirit connects to the broader forces of the universe. In this state, the energy we release is not only potent but also highly receptive to intention and purpose. The key to harnessing this energy lies in conscious practice. With the right mindset and approach, the energy of orgasm can be directed to awaken the spirit, transform the self, and manifest goals in the physical world. This is not a practice of indulgence but of integration, a way to align the body, mind, and spirit in pursuit of a higher purpose. At its core, sexual energy is the life force that fuels creation. It is the same energy that sparks the beginning of life and sustains the universe. This energy, when consciously guided, has the power to create not only physical life but also spiritual awakening and personal transformation. Think of it as a river. Left unchecked, the river flows wherever it chooses, sometimes creating chaos or stagnation. But when guided with intention, through channels, dams, or irrigation, it becomes a force of productivity and growth. Similarly, sexual energy, when left undirected, may simply dissipate. But when harnessed with focus, it becomes a force capable of shaping reality itself. The idea of consciously directing sexual energy is rooted in the principle that intention shapes energy. Just as prayer focuses the mind and aligns the spirit with God's will, so too does intentionality during moments of heightened energy create alignment with one's goals and desires. This alignment is what allows the chosen to use sexual energy as a tool for transformation. To use this energy effectively, one must approach it with reverence, purpose, and a willingness to explore its deeper potential. The following steps outline a framework for consciously harnessing sexual energy as a transformative force. Preparation and clarity. Before engaging in any practice, take time to prepare your mind and spirit. Reflect on what you hope to achieve or transform. Is it personal growth, spiritual awakening, or the manifestation of a specific goal? Whatever it may be, ensure that your intention is clear and aligned with your higher purpose. Proverbs 16 verse 3 reminds us, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." This commitment begins with clarity, knowing what you want to create and ensuring that it aligns with God's will for your life. Engaging with intention. As you build energy, keep your intention at the forefront of your mind. Visualize it as vividly as possible. If your goal is peace, imagine yourself surrounded by calm and tranquility. If it is a tangible outcome, see it as already achieved. This visualization anchors your intention in your consciousness, allowing it to merge with the energy you are generating. The act of focusing your mind during this process is similar to meditative prayer. It creates a connection between your spirit and the divine, aligning your desires with God's creative power, releasing with purpose. At the moment of orgasm, the energy released is at its most powerful. This is the time to direct that energy toward your intention. Visualize the energy flowing outward, carrying your intention into the universe. Imagine it as a beam of light or a wave of energy, planting the seed of your desire in the fertile ground of creation. This release is not about control but about surrender. It is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe in the power of the Creator to bring your intention to life. Letting go and trusting the process. After the energy has been released, resist the urge to overanalyze or doubt. Trust that your intention has been received and that the process of manifestation is already underway. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition. With thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." When practiced with mindfulness, this approach to sexual energy becomes a powerful tool for creating positive change. It is not about indulgence or selfish desires but about aligning your energy with divine purpose. By integrating the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of yourself, you create a state of harmony that allows for transformation and growth. This practice can lead to spiritual awakening. By engaging with your energy consciously, you become more attuned to your spiritual self and your connection to the divine. Personal growth. The process of focusing and directing energy fosters self-awareness and discipline, helping you grow into the person God has called you to be. Manifestation of goals. When aligned with intention and faith, sexual energy becomes a tool for bringing dreams and desires into reality. It is important to approach this practice responsibly and with the right intentions. Sexual energy is a sacred gift, not a tool for manipulation or harm. Misusing it can lead to imbalance and unintended consequences. Instead, view it as a way to honor God's creative design and to align your actions with His will. This perspective reframes sexual energy as a divine resource, a means of participating in God's ongoing creation. It is not something to be exploited or suppressed, but to be embraced as part of the abundant life He has given us. The transformative power of sexual energy lies in its ability to connect the physical with the spiritual, the finite with the infinite. When approached with intention, reverence, and faith, it becomes more than an act. It becomes a moment of creation, a reflection of God's divine power working through us. This practice invites us to see ourselves not as separate from creation but as active participants in it. It reminds us that we are made in the image of a Creator who empowers us to bring forth life, both physically and spiritually, by exploring and embracing the potential of sexual energy. We unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. We step into our role as co-creators with God, using the gifts He has given us to transform our lives and the world around us. Let this understanding inspire us to approach every aspect of our lives with intention and gratitude, recognizing the sacredness of our energy and the infinite possibilities it holds. In doing so, we align ourselves with the Creator's vision and take our place in the unfolding story of His creation.